Hello, everybody. Hello. We are doing an EZA TUR list live here. Unfortunately, nobody's here yet, so if you're a VOD viewer, you got me, and nobody for me to bounce off of. So I guess we're just gonna start going here and talking about these units. I kind of have it set up like actual tiers, I guess, kinda. So most of these units I feel like are not actually very good anymore. Most of these units had their time in the sun and have fallen off since. But I want to try to rank them, give them all their fair shot here. Now, one thing that I didn't include was the 50% type support units. One, because they weren't on this template. But two, I wanted to just rank the Dokkan Fest TURs. That way we avoid like banner units like Int 16 and things like that. So, without further ado, I guess we can go ahead and start here. So I kind of just pulled up some of the like relevant EZA characters that we have in the game currently. We got like Piccolo, Zamasu, Gohan, etc. right here. I would say like these are all characters that are or at least semi-relevant or recent. Now, the only one I think that I haven't used on this list is Bardock and Gotenks. So I guess there's two of them that I haven't used yet. Gotenks seems good, Bardock seems like trash, but if anybody in the chat or in the comments wants to disagree, feel free to let me know if you think that these characters are overrated, underrated, or if I'm misranking them, because those are the two that I haven't used yet. All the other ones I feel like I have a decent grasp on. So, I guess, like I said, we're just going to go ahead and start going into it. Again, I don't think that I'm missing any characters down here. Just taking a quick double check before we hop in. Don't think that we're missing anyone major that I can think of. No. Okay. I guess also I can turn on music, maybe, if I can figure out how to do that. Who do we... I guess we can just keep playing Topos. Let's see. It's not coming through the audio. Let me do this. There we go. All right. Hopefully the audio's okay. I have no one here to tell me if it is, so... yeah, just double checking. These guys are probably about to EZA. I would expect them to probably be number 1 and 2 on this list after they do. This guy's got a really nice setup coming in for him with that Vegeta team. This guy's team right here, this guy's gonna have a really nice landing spot, and I assume this guy will too, since we know that Golden Week is going to be Super Saiyan 3, probably Angel Goku, and Majin Buu is probably what we're going to get, so this guy will likely also have a really good landing spot by the time that, like a week from now or two, or yeah, probably about 2 weeks from now, this guy will have a really good landing spot. Anybody else? Dude, this guy's a joke. I guess I can pull him up here just so that we can immediately put him in the trash tier. Same thing maybe with like Int Goku Black or something, but yeah, let's I guess we can pull up a few more of these like worldwide celebration units. I guess if we have Gogeta, we can bring up Broly too. Let's bring up Jiren. Anybody else that we need to bring up here and talk about? Probably not. Okay. Let's go ahead and start ranking these guys just in random order here. I'll just kind of put them in the tier that I feel like they're probably in, and then we'll adjust it from there. So first up, we do have Piccolo. We have Physical Piccolo here. Physical Piccolo, he's not bad by any means. He's pretty good. So where do I want to rank him? That is a good question. Because he's definitely not as good as like Zamasu, for example. But he's probably... Yeah, so let's start with Piccolo in B tier. That gives us a lot of room. That kind of puts Piccolo as like our middle landing spot. Yeah, B. Vane says B. B, I think, is where we're going to start with Piccolo. He's, like, I definitely know that there are going to be characters above him, but I know that there's characters going to be below him as well. So I think B is a good landing spot for him for now. Also, I'm kind of calling this a top 10. We'll kind of sort it into a top 10 at some point. But first, I want to kind of group the characters where they want to be. So, how's it going, Vane? Thanks for hopping into chat here. We have Zamasu next. Zamasu I'm going to throw into S. Not sure if I want to put him in SS yet, but we'll keep him in S for now. He's definitely better than Piccolo. He is a villain, which is bad. But he is one of the better villains, and I think he does have a, you can comfortably run him in some 9th anniversary fights, which is really good. So we'll keep him there. Gohan A. Gohan maybe, yeah. I I definitely like Zamasu better than Gohan, and I like him better than Piccolo, so yeah, we can get him in there. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. This guy's a little tough. I'm going to put him in the same tier as Zamasu for now. He could easily be better, but I'm probably going to put him above Zamasu too for now. But, like, this guy just never dodges for me, so he's got a bit of a bad rep for me. But I'm going to put him in the same tier for now. Gotenks, I think I'm going to put a tier above, just based on what I've seen. Super Vegeta, I think I'm going to throw in A. I'm going to put him... No, I think these two are pretty similar in my mind. Gohan probably has better, like, longevity. Gotenks, let's throw in... I don't know, this is tough. I'm gonna move Kefla and Gotenks. We're gonna move them down here. I'm gonna think about them first. You think S or SS? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, Android 13, we're gonna put in like C. Gogeta we'll put in B. Gogeta could be an A, but he just never dodges. U we will put in C. I feel like I'm going through these really quickly. Let's throw you in C for now. We'll think about that. Let's put in like E. Put you in E. Put you in E. E. I'll put you in D. Throw you in E for now. We're gonna put like a lot of these guys in E. Let's just kind of get these roughly where I think they go. All right, before we put anyone in Z, let's get these guys here. Okay. I think this is rough outline where I think roughly all the characters are falling. I know that's really quick. But Kefla is really good. I think Kefla and Gotenks are very similar, actually. You've never seen her. Okay. So Kefla is very, very similar to Gotenks. They're both, like, if I pull up their kits here, we can go ahead and switch over to this. Let's go to cards. Like, they're both doing very, very similar things. Why is Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken so low? You know, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's look at Kefla first, because she's a bit more relevant. I just threw him down there because I didn't put much thought into it, but, I mean, that's probably where he's going to end up, so we'll see. Let's start... Where is Kefla? Right there. Okay, so Kefla. Let's talk about her first. She's greatly stacking attack, which is good. She raises defense for 1 turn. You know, lowers enemy defense. Doesn't really matter. She's got 50% attack, 30% defense. Yeah, we just talked about that. 200% defense at the start of turn, 200% attack, and 100% defense when performing a super. Additional 150% attack and high chance of dodging with 3 or more key spheres obtained. Launches an additional super attack with 6 or more key spheres obtained. It transforms when conditions are met. I can get that he's really restricted to his team, but in JP, the Massive, Buffed Universe 7, he is better than most on the list. Maybe? I don't know. His defense is really bad in these 9th anniversary fights. I actually have used him in some of these 9th anniversary fights, thinking the same thing. Like, you would think under the umbrella of, like, Beast Gohan and some of these other units, like, I don't know. His guard just wears out so fast, and his defense is not good enough. So, I don't know. But yeah, so, but if I pull up Gotenks, I should probably just pull him up in a separate tab, but, let me do, can I, hello? Copy image link? No, there's a link here. I wanna, dang it. What about here? There we go. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. I'm fumbling. Alright, where is he? Where's Gotenks? Where? Hello? Ah, there he is. Okay. All right, so in comparison, Gotenks versus Kefla, right? So Kefla's stacking attack. She raises defense for 1 turn. He is raising attack for 1 turn and stacking defense for 3 turns. So this means that you're going to be able to kind of snowball this defensive stack for a couple of turns, which is nice. Now, he's only going to have it once in base, but as soon as he transforms, he does kind of keep it. I believe it's for 4 turns after he transforms. So Gotenks' start-of-turn defense is always going to be a little bit higher than Kefla's because he is kind of like rolling this defensive stack in each of his forms. You know, even once you transform to Super Saiyan 3, he's keeping it up. So overall, his start-of-turn defense, like I said, is just going to be, you know, a couple 100,000 higher, which can matter. But yeah, you can see he keeps that defensive stack up throughout all of his forms. Whereas Kefla here, she only gets her defense for that 1 turn. So before she attacks, she's going to have like really, really low defense at the start of turn. She gets 200% defense at the start of turn. Gotenks gets 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. Gotenks gets 50% when performing a super. Kefla only gets 150% attack if you get 3 key spheres at the start of turn. And then she does get this multiplicative 200% attack and 100% defense when performing a super attack. So Kefla's getting more defense on super attack. Gotenks gets 50% on super attack. So, but Gotenks' start-of-turn attack is guaranteed. Doesn't really matter. They both have the same start-of-turn defense, but then Kefla's multiplicative defense is higher, so there's that. But then I guess Gotenks' actual super attack effect defense is higher, so... I think it results in Kefla having slightly higher defense, but I don't really want to calc it at the moment. Then Kefla gets a 50% chance to dodge with 3 key spheres obtained. Gotenks just has a 50% chance to dodge right here. So his is guaranteed. Hers is locked behind orbs, which potentially could be an issue. And then Gotenks gets this. This isn't really anything, though. I don't know that that matters at all. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. But yeah, like this extra 10% dodge that Gotenks gets doesn't really equate to anything. Like it's not that's not, this isn't anything. And then Kefla gets a guaranteed additional with 6 key spheres obtained, and then Gotenks just has a high chance to additional. So you can see like the things in their kit are very similar. But whereas Gotenks just has an intrinsic chance to do these things, Kefla has it guaranteed if you get orbs, right? So I guess Gotenks' dodge is better because he just has his. Kefla's dodge is locked behind orbs. But Kefla's additional could potentially be better so long as you can get the orbs. So it's a little bit tough right there, but in their base forms, again, they are very, very similar here. Kefla's going to be hitting harder. Her defense is going to be a little bit higher, I believe. But Gotenks' dodge is guaranteed, which is nice. As far as teams, I would say also that Gotenks wins out on teams. He's got 1 million. Kefla also has a lot. Do they have the same amount? No. No, Gotenks has more. So yeah, Gotenks does have like way more teams. These are all of his 200% leaders. And then Kefla, these are her 200% leaders. So just in terms of flexibility, you're going to be getting more use out of Gotenks probably over the lifespan of the game. So there is that. You go into Super Saiyan Kefla right here, and she's still stacking attack. She's still raising defense for 1 turn. She now gets 250% defense at the start of turn. Gotenks, once he transforms, is also getting 250% defense at the start of turn. He gets... Where is it? I thought he got defense on super attack. No, okay, so he no longer gets defense on super attack. He only gets this from his super attack effect. Whereas Kefla still gets 100% defense when performing a super attack. So that does matter. That's a big multiplicative buff right there. I can't believe Gotenks doesn't get defense whenever he super attacks. That's crazy. He does get this heal, but I don't know that this is really going to matter much. Kefla does more damage until the final form. Gotenks more dodge and damage in his final form. Dodge is greater than damage. I mean, you got to get to the final form first. But, I mean, is Gotenks doing more damage than Kefla in his final form? I don't know that that's true. Jordan doesn't matter. Ever calc both units, they have the same defense numbers. I mean, we can do it real quick. Hang on. Let me switch to this real quick. And we can look at it. Let's see. I haven't actually calculated Go Tanks. Go Tanks has guaranteed crits. I mean, isn't it only for one turn though? He only has guaranteed crits for one turn. Isn't it like high chance, whereas Kefla has no crit chance? Yeah, I think so. What does Kefla have whenever she's Super Saiyan 2? 250% when performing a super attack, high chance of evading enemy attacks, additional 2 key spheres obtained, launches additional super attack. No, she does have crit chance. It's just 20%. But she's going to be hitting so much harder. Actually, here's Kefla. Hang on, let me... there we go. So Kefla, 260% attack, 120% defense when performing a super, high chance to dodge, additional 160% attack and 60% defense with 2 or more key spheres obtained, additional super attack with 4 or more key spheres obtained, launches an additional super attack and chance to crit, and chance of evading enemy attacks plus 20% with 6 or more key spheres obtained. So Kefla can quad super, right? If you get the 6 key spheres, she can do her super attack, and then she gets the additional with 4, she gets the additional with 6, and then she can do the hidden potential. And I mean, if you build her with crit, I mean, which I've done, then, like, my Kefla just has, like, a 40% chance to crit, plus the 20% chance to crit. So, I don't know. Listen, I've used both quite extensively, and I've found that Kefla's like damage is generally way higher. She also has access to STR Kaba, which is, you know, Gotenks doesn't really have that. I guess he has Int Kid Gohan, but like only on the youth team, right? So, as far as defense, I don't know. I guess we can just look at their final form defense right here. Gotenks agenda. All right. So Kefla's got 13,872 defense. Let me just scroll down to the bottom of this. All right. We'll just use this blank space here. So 13,872 when multiplied by 5. What links does Kefla have? Super Saiyan, Battlefield Diva, Fused Fighter. You're probably not going to get that active unless you put her next to Gotenks. Power Stowed by God, Warriors of Universe 6. That one you can probably get active. Tournament of Power, you can probably get both of those. So like 13% defense, we'll go with that. So 1.13. So this is defense. This is 200% leader. This is links. And then she gets, what, 260% at the start of turn? 260, 120 when performing a super attack. Additional defense plus 60% with 2 or more key spheres obtained. I mean, that's free. So that's 320% defense right there. So multiply this times 4.2. Okay. Launches an additional super attack with 4 or more key spheres obtained. So she gets 120% when performing a super attack. Okay, so you take this times 2.2, and then she gets 30% per super attack, right? Yeah. Is this times 1.3? Is this times 1.6? Is this times 1.9? Oops, did I do the wrong one? Oops, yeah, I did the wrong one. Ah. Come on. That equals this times 2.2. Okay, so this is of turn 2 key spheres. This is 120% on super. And this is 1 super, 2 supers, 3 supers, 4 supers. Okay, so Kefla, no support, can get up to 1.59 million defense right there. Ah, that's not too bad. It's pretty good. For Go Tanks, see what Go Tanks does in Form 3 here. So 300% the stats. 14,562. Okay. Where do we want to do it? TLDR, Go Tanks will crit more consistently, so their damage isn't too far off. And Go Tanks has more dodge, and he doesn't need orbs, so Go Tanks more consistent. As good as these eyes are, we will know physical rookie. Yeah, man. For sure. 14,562. Let's just do it here. 14,562. Actually, I don't like that. Let's do it over here. 14,562. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. Okay. So this times 5. What links does Go Tanks have? Attack, 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 defense. I could actually give him Fused Fighter. Does he share Supreme Power with this guy? No. Okay, so I'm going to give him 5%. Alright, and then we said 300% at the start of turn. Tackles 100%. Launches an additional super attack. Great chance of evading. Additional chance of evading. Performs a critical hit on the first entry. Okay, so he's just getting this 50% defense stack. So this would be times 1.5. This times 2. This times 2.5. Okay, so defense. This is, what we say, 5% links. This is 300%. This is 50% on super. And then this is 2 supers. 3 supers. Okay. So, I mean, Kefla is getting way higher defense, potentially. What is this? How do you feel about the super EZAs? I'm low-key not impressed with them. Defensively, they can tank normals, but I see them more so as characters that need to dodge. I mean, whenever they announced the super EZAs, I honestly had, like, minimal expectations. I didn't think that they were going to do, like, anything. Like, I don't know. I expected them to do, like, absolutely nothing. So I'm impressed that they can do anything at all. So my bar is pretty low. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely reliant on dodge, but is that so much of a bad thing? You want to have, like, guard and damage reduction. I mean, I'm sure we'll get there. I'm curious to see how full power Frieza ends up looking. Alright, so let me scoot these over a little bit. So, I mean, I would say on average, Kefla is going to have much higher defense. I mean, you can see this is just after 1 super for each right there. Kefla's 300k ahead. She's 300k ahead after 2 supers. And she's 300k ahead after, you know, 3. So, I don't... I think, like, Kefla... This is Kefla, just for anybody who's just joining. This is Kefla in Super Saiyan 2. And then this is Go Tanks in Super Saiyan 3. Give full power Frieza 90% damage reduction turn 1 and have him lose 5% damage reduction every turn until it caps out at 50% loss. Yeah, I mean, that could be really good. Or make it like Topo, where he loses it when he gets hit, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, just looking at this, Kefla's defense is going to be much higher, probably on average, than Go Tanks. Now, her extra dodge chance is locked behind 6 orbs. So that's not good. I mean, I would just say Go Tanks is going to be a more consistent version of Kefla, but Kefla has a higher ceiling. They both tank normals, it doesn't matter for real. Yeah, I mean, it kind of does. Now, the nice thing about Go Tanks, right, is that these amounts right here are stacking, right? Like, they stack for what, 4 turns? 4 turns, so I guess you could, in theory, stack up to 6 of these. Yeah, so, I mean, Gotenks could surpass Kefla on his second turn if he got really, really good RNG. Like, in theory. So. But overall, it looks like Kefla's going to be higher defense, probably. Also, getting Kefla to Super Saiyan 2 is a lot easier than getting Gotenks to Super Saiyan 3. Like, Kefla is just turn 5, basically, or turn 6, or turn... Actually, yeah, turn 5 or turn 6 is where you'll get Kefla at Super Saiyan 2. Gotenks, what is it? You'd have to get them on turn 6, 7, or 8, depending on, like, when you get them. Because you have to do the weird floating thing. I guess the earliest you could get them would be turn 6, so it's going to be turn 6 or 7. Which I guess is only 1 turn after, but I don't know, 1 turn is a long time. So... yeah, I don't know. Like, these two are very similar. Like, that's why you know, looking at this, I mean, is this guy better than them? I don't know. I need to, like, get my hands on this Gotenks to see how I feel about him. But I don't think I could separate Gotenks and Kefla. I'm also thinking about doing this. This is tough. I don't know. I mean, tentatively, I don't know enough about this Gotenks, so I'm going to put him there. And I'm going to put these two up here. Because, I mean, these are basically the same unit. You think 1 Gotenks, 2 Kefla, 3 Zamasu, 4 Super EZA Gotenks, 5 Super EZA Dragon Fist, Super Vegeta, Piccolo, Beerus, Future Gohan, Super Vegeta. That's not a terrible list. Dude put AGL Zamasu at the bottom. He doesn't do anything for you. He's good. He's good. He can get clapped up turn 1, but I mean, he's solid. All right. I'm pretty happy with these two. I mean, I don't know. I could put this guy up here, but again, I haven't seen enough of this Gotenks to really make a definitive decision about him. I mean, sell Max, but you can hide him since he has type advantage a little bit. I'm going to move Bardock down here with these guys. I mean, honestly, this guy should probably be down there with them. Yeah, but why would I ever transform into Corrupted Zamasu and lose out on the stacks? You know, I ranked a lot of this just on, like, gut feeling, but I feel like this is... this actually turned out into a pretty decent list over here. I don't know where to put this Gotenks. It's like God Goku, bro. You do it on the final phase of Blue Gogeta. Yeah, I mean, you could. These two are so similar. Like, I didn't realize how similar they were until doing this. I mean, well, I knew they were similar just from, like, using them. I don't know who the more consistent one is. To a poll. You're, like, the only one here. I forgot how to do a poll. Is it /poll? That's not it. I think I have to like open the stream in YouTube and then I get like full mod controls, but like the version I'm looking at isn't Let me see. Let me see if I can get a poll up. I have to like go to the actual video. Oh, let me go back to this. There we go. Alright, let me... Can I see the chat? Alright, here it is. Can I run a poll from here? Community moderation, participants. Poll. Oh, what's this? Ah, here we go, poll. There we go. Yeah, Zaid's the big Rosé fan. Also, you want to calc Zamasu? I want to see how much defense he has turn 10 if he stacks. I can. Let's see. I know he doesn't stack very quickly. He's got a fused fighter. Alright, so... Let's see. We'll just scroll down here. AGL Zamasu. Alright, what are we working with here? 13,959. Times 5. He just has big bad bosses, right? For the most part. I guess you can give him fused fighter too. Still give him 30% defense. Let's see. Did Tech Go Tanks? Did he? No, he hasn't gotten his super easy yet on global. I've been using Kefla against Omega. My Orbluck is trash. Go Tanks all the way. Understandable. I think Go Tanks is definitely like more consistent. His defense and like I think his raw stats are lower, but it's gonna be easier for him to do what he does. Hi Lucas. Once the domain gets fixed, Rosé will be very good. You'd be goodish. Very good. Okay. Alright, so this is defense. This is 200% leader. This is links. Okay, and then how much does he get start of turn? It's like 150. Alright, 150%. We'll say 1 stack in base, which is 30%. Then we'll just say 2 stacks. We'll just say, well, yeah, 2 stacks. This would be like 50. 3 stacks, 70, etc. Let me just say etc. There we go. So this would be this times 1.5. This would be this times 1.7 times 1.9. By the way, I was on that Dokkan Fest tier list and saw the absolute showdown that was Rosé versus Omega. Nice. Hope you're right about Rosé. He's fun to use. Yeah. Alright, so this is 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 6 stacks, 7 stacks, 8 stacks, 9 stacks. Oops. So this would be 10 stacks. So 10 stacks, he's up to 748k defense with no support. Times 1.3, times 1.579, 13579. Oh, I forgot one. This should actually be times 2.9. This should be 3.1. There we go. Bro, Jordan, I thought Omega was harder than Fusion Zamasu. Then someone asked me to prove it's easy to transform with Blue Duo, and I died 6 out of 6 times with Future Team, so I couldn't transform or boss died. You thought... Wait, you thought Omega was harder than Fusion Zamasu? Oh, wait. Who told you Omega was harder than Fusion Zamasu? I thought it was pretty acceptable that, like, Fusion Zamasu was harder than Omega. Leaning towards Super Saiyan Vegeta right now. Feels like he's one of the better units designed in the game. Just 10 out of 10. Yeah, dude, I love Vegeta. Alright, so let's look at this again. Alright, Kefla and Gotenks. I mean, I thought Omega was harder because of my own personal opinion. Oh, okay, I got you. I mean, Omega can be tough for certain teams, especially for that tech phase. That tech phase can be really tough. Like, I was trying to run it with Universe 6, and it's really, really tough for them because, like, with Omega canceling dodging and then, you know, most of your units being built around dodge or being AGL, I mean, both your leaders being AGL, it's just really tough in there for them. And you just get trapped in it forever because there's no, like, int units to help you get out of there. Zamasu is just annoying because, like, I mean, he just smacks you with damage. Like, he just, I mean, it's just unfair. You just turn one against him and you lose. Once you get to his physical phase, he's pretty easy, but it's just getting out of that int phase that's really tough. Tech Omega stuns and has, like, infinite health. Yeah, exactly. That Tech Omega phase is tough to get out of, but he is weak against int characters, so if you're able to bring int characters, then you can bring those, and they'll get out of there quick. I don't know how I feel about that C tier. Zamasu does so much damage that it's easy to transform the Blue Duo against him. Are you guys excited about the Golden Week Super Saiyan 3 skip or summon? I mean, it's probably a skip if you wanted my serious opinion. Because they'll be back on the worldwide banners. So I don't know that there's any need to, like, rush out and summon for them. I'm trying to decide how comfortable I am with this. I'm worried that they're going to butcher it. Like, I think they're going to give it to him, but I think they're going to Path to Power Kid Goku him. You know? Like, cut it short. Not a fan of Super Saiyan 3, but his transformation is peak. Alright, so basically what we've got here is we've got, like, these two who are similar. We got Super EZA Gotenks, who could probably be up here with them, but I just haven't used him enough to really decide how good he is. If he has top animations in OST, what can I do except summon for him? You know, if you don't, who will, right? These three are probably in about the same tier, just, like, 6th units that you put on a team that are solid and, you know, good enough to get you through a fight. B tier, you have Gogeta, who's just inconsistent. And then you have Piccolo, who's just stacks too slow, probably. You got these guys. This guy's just kind of mid. I should probably actually put him below. Boo is good, but, like, Super Boo sucks. It's only once he becomes Buuhan that he's worth anything. MVP 17 is just super inconsistent. Like, he can, you know, just depending on what your HP is, will determine how good he is. This guy is okay, but he takes a lot of damage through his damage reduction. And that's the only value he's providing you, is that he doesn't take damage. And he doesn't even do a great job at that, so I don't know. Blue Kaioken, I'm not sure on, just because his guard isn't enough to really protect him anymore. These bosses hit way too hard. And it's only for 5 turns. Throw Super Vegito at number 10. Where is he currently? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe I could swap these tiers, but I don't know. You go Super EZA Gotenks, Int Gotenks, Kefla, Super Saiyan 3 Zamasu, Future Gohan, Super Vegeta. Yeah, I mean, I think this, like A and up, regardless of the order, I think these are the top EZA TURs right now. Like this just grouping of them. So that's good. I think I'm on the same page as everybody else with that. Even if people would have them in different orders, I think just having them in the same grouping is probably about right. And again, I could see this guy up here as well. I just haven't used him. I think I'm going to do this. This feels good. Your hype with Beast has died. He obviously is the best unit in the game, but I don't see him as a fun unit. Gonna summon more for Broly and Gogeta when it comes out. Sorry, world. Hey, you do what's best for you. I've been playing the game 8 years now. Just want to have fun. That's what's most important. If you're not having fun, why are you playing the game, you know? I think I'm comfortable with this. Like, I feel like I could post this on Twitter. Now, nobody's going to see it because I don't have Twitter Blue. That's the nice thing about me, right? Like, I can just make a tier list and nobody's going to see it ever, which is really cool. So I could just do something crazy like this, and nobody could tell me anything about it. So I'm just trying to decide if I should switch, like, Super Vegito and then that entire C tier. I just really don't like Super Vegeta. The new special pose team with Ginyu and Toppo seems so much fun. Yeah. Tough to get them being free to play. Oh, absolutely. That's the issue with that's like the nice thing about Beast, right, and his team, is that it's so easy to just build around his team if you're a free to play player, because like the banners that you're going to be summoning on are just super easy to build around him. Whereas if you want to build like a special pose team around like that Toppo and Gotenks and stuff, like you got to summon on very niche banners that don't have a lot of value. Super Vegito does not cook. It's only Blue Gogeta that hurts him? I don't know. Do I have him on my JP account? I could do a video of him versus like Cell Max if I wanted. Super Vegito also, I think, like, I don't know. And Piccolo is greater than Blue Gogeta. He has a Scouter. Yeah, I'm going to take the dodging. Plus, Gogeta's transformation is just insane. The Scouter just kind of shows you where you're going to die. It didn't occur to me just like how bad EZA TURs are right now. Triku as your favorite OST? Nice. Super Vegito sucks, but he cannot take damage with normals. He can. He absolutely can take damage from normals. That's why I don't like him. Right now on Global, he can't, but on JP, those bosses hit way too hard. Because, like, his defense stat is so low. Like his start of turn defense. Piccolo can get a million defense with 40% damage reduction. He just stacks. He stacks so slow, though. I mean, there's several STR bosses, too, right now. Let's see. Alright, so here's Supreme Battle Spectacle. So we got Beast Gohan. I mean, Vegeto's not tanking any of this. This guy's gonna wash Gogeta. Or, I'm sorry, Vegito. Vegito, I mean. Oh, that's the Bardock event. You realize he only needs to tank 20% of that damage? Yeah. I do realize that. Where is he? Dang it. Let's do, Tech Gogeta. This isn't the final phase, and it's type neutral. So, before he attacks, he's at 770, right? So he's going to reduce that by 80%, so multiply by 0.2. So it's still doing 154k to him on normals. But then after he super attacks... Oops. Oops, no, wrong way. Well, it would be minus, that'd be like 200,000. I don't know, like, he'd still, like, maybe he could tank this guy, I guess. If you can get past this phase. I forget what the multiplier is offhand for type disadvantage class neutral. I think it's like 2, or maybe it's like 1.5. I don't know. Maybe he can tank these, but like... I don't know, I have no confidence running Super Vegito. Because, like, what's his start of turn defense again? And isn't it, like, terrible? Oh, I can probably just scroll up on here. Can I, like, Control F and find Vegito? There we go. No, that's Super Saiyan 4. Huh. I must not have calc Super Vegito. Oh, it's because this starts at Super Trunks, that's why. Yeah. 400k defense. I don't know. I'm not a big Vegito believer. I mean, I could do this. That'd be about what I'm willing to do with Vegeta. I mean, the only thing that even matters is, like, these guys right up here. I can't believe they fumbled this guy so bad. Like, he's barely even good in Battlefield. That's how bad they made that guy. I think it looks good. Yeah. I'm just double checking here and making sure there's nothing that's like giving me like a bad feeling. Beerus might need to go up one. Everything else seems legit. I could move up Beerus because he does have value. Kinda. But I mean, I could do this. I don't know if I'd move him up a whole tier. I don't like Beerus. He takes way too much damage. I mean, I could even do that, but I could probably put all 6 of these guys in the same tier. Boo has upside. This guy's decent on 21. Actually, is he? I don't know. And then this guy, 17 and Boo both have good upside. So maybe I could do this. This is just like, if everything goes your way, these two can be good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna do this. So at least Broly's good in, Broly's at least good in World Tournament. Personally, 13 for Beerus. You think, oh yeah, you think 13 better than Beerus? Yeah, I can see it. I just don't like that 13 is just raw stats. Like, at least Beerus has some, like, orb changing potentially and, like, damage reduction. I mean, they're in the same tier. It doesn't really matter too much. All right, so let's look at this. So we've got, like, elite units. This guy's really good. Stacking unit that's actually good. Well, I know it's delayed. Agreeing when you switch Beerus ahead. It's all the same. Yeah. So yeah, we got these three. So these are like the elite cream of the crop EZAs right now. These two are very similar. I mean, you can switch these guys around anything within tiers you can switch around, and I won't argue with you. This guy, I do think he's better than Zamasu, but I don't think he's quite on their level. Zamasu, I think, is clearly better than these two. These two I feel more comfortable running than Gogeta. Gogeta I feel more comfortable running than these two. These guys have like very inconsistent kits, but do have some tremendous upside that could maybe move them into this tier or even this tier, but I wouldn't go much further than that. These guys are just kind of aged out or like hyper specific, kinda can get some use out of them maybe somewhere. Like fringe useful kinda is what I would put as this tier right here. These guys are just really slow, bad stackers. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like all four of these guys have the exact same gimmick in that they stack really slowly and very poorly. And then these two just suck. But at least Broly's good in World Tournament. That's why he goes ahead of Jiren. Jiren actually does nothing. He might as well have not EZA'd because he is so bad. I am actually appalled by how terrible they made Jiren here. So I think that's pretty much everybody. I don't think we need to add anybody else to this list. I think we got pretty much all of the relevant EZAs. I am very, very, very excited for these guys to get their EZA probably here in a couple of weeks. I would like to see maybe Int Ultimate Gohan get his Super EZA or Kid Buu to get his Super EZA during Golden Week. Physical Kid Buu's Super EZA could be like game-changing for villains. So like this could be huge. So I hope they do it justice. I'm thinking these guys are gonna get their Super EZA for the 10th anniversary. That's what I'm feeling for these two. I'm sure that's what they're gonna do for these guys. But yeah, Super Buu. I mean, or Kid Buu. Kid Buu could be up here. Kid Buu could be here in like less than a week or 2 weeks or so. So we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this list. Let me know where you would rank all of these units. VOD viewers, you know, that's your job. Live viewers have had the chance to tell me while they're here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Thanks for coming by the stream, and I'll catch you guys